All right. Temur Company. For those new to Magic, Temur refers to the color combination of green, blue, and red, like we have here. Company in our deck's name refers to our namesake collected company, which says, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may then rearrange them on the bottom of your library in any order. Or, if you're not incredibly unlucky, you get to find 2 creatures from among them and put them directly into play, so long as they cost 3 or less. So, the entirety of our non-company, non-land spells here are creatures that cost 3 or less. Matto, thanks for the 20 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. This is another of the many places that these adventure creatures fit into this format, because these creatures give us some spells that are also hits that we can find with collected company. One thing that I think might be worth thinking about in this deck as we play through is I think there's a possibility that this deck might actually want Innkeeper in it. I think there's probably a build of this deck that's pretty close that like plays 4 Innkeepers and maybe a couple of Rimrock Knights as extra adventure cards. So that's another way to consider approaching building this. As is, we've got Tireless Tracker here as an additional source of card advantage. When we play lands, we make clues. So let's go ahead and dive on into a league with this. I do think that Llanowar Elves and Elvish Mystic are just some of the best things you can be doing in this format while they're legal. You'll never convince me to play Rimrock Knight. How do adventure cards? No, so Collected Company puts them directly into play. It doesn't cast them, so you just get the creature half. So guaranteed gives you the creature half. Won the die roll. That's a good start. Let's keep 7 with an elf. Sick. Hey. Who was immediately paid off for putting Mana Confluence in their deck? This guy right here. So we cut the 4th Steam Vents for 1 Mana Confluence during deck building. Oh no, I have Mana Confluence against Mono Red. Chat, I've made a terrible mistake, chat. The bride cometh before the fall, chat. The bride, she cometh before the fall. Oh no. I think I just play a 5/5 here. Maybe I should have made a 1/1 last turn. I don't know that I wanted to pay 1 for a 1/1 in this matchup. Like, that's worth discussing. Like, was it right to pay... You think I go Tracker Land here? Yeah, I guess that's fair, especially with the tapped land now. Next turn we get to go land Company Elvish Mystic. Or potentially land Haste Savage Knuckleblade attack. I don't know if you thought this one through, friendo. I don't know if we thought this one through. I don't know if this is gonna end the way you want it to. I would like to block. I didn't play the elf this turn because I valued not dealing 2 damage to myself. That's true. Staticaster would be good here. I don't think we need it though, right? I'm gonna company now. I could company as a surprise, but if I get unlucky, the surprise company's real bad. Like this. See? When my company looks like this, I'm not interested in it. This is a little unfortunate. If I had one more mana, so if I would have shocked for the elf last turn, we could have cast this. think I'm just gonna pass here. With us having Tireless Tracker, we're definitely the favorite as this game goes long, so I'm just gonna pump the brakes. Yeah, I think I'm happy with my decision. Please tell me more about your Dire Fleet Daredevil. Oh, I'm dumb. The tracker had a damage marked on it. The reason why I made the bad play is because I fucked up. We're probably dead now. We're probably dead now. Yeah. Yeah, we're dead. I even, like, my brain was so focused on, I was like, Lovestruck Beast has a damage marked on it, so I don't want to block the 4-power Goblin. Like, my brain registered that part, but it did not register Tireless Tracker trading with the token. Modern was so good. I told the person with the last Modern deck in the queue I was going to give them a refund because I'm done with that format. I think it's just Tidebinder in, Brazen Borrower out, click submit. This dojo does not contain fear, chat. I just need everybody out there to believe, okay? All right. Could have gone worse. We missed the land, but they didn't kill our elf yet. Who's got 2 thumbs and is ready to get Goblin Chain Whirler? This guy right here. Yeah, if we'd have hit the land here, we might have been able to, like, plow through Chain Whirler with a good company, but if they have Chain Whirler here, they're probably going to take us out back and put us down. That's my favorite, the tank make my best possible play. Feels Magic Online, man. I guess I'll play this one. This one good? This actually even got 23 lands in it. Very, very clearly the shuffler is rigged, chat. That'll do, pig. That'll do. All right, so I messed up the first game. I don't think there was much we could do that second game. Goblin Chain Whirler is really good against my deck full of 1/1s. X1s even, like it kills Brazen Borrower and Dire Fleet Daredevil too. Shuffler confirmed flat. This one's pretty good. Good, solid curve here. We can, like, play a 2/1 First Striker on 2, or perhaps... Oh, we can just go Scavenging Ooze plus Lovestruck Beast. Heart's Desire on 2, right? Hoping to draw red source next turn so we can tell him to get knucked up. Savage Knucklebuster here. 4/4 for 3. Gets haste, bounces to our hand, etc., etc. I think it's probably this attack for 3. And then if they don't counter this, we're probably not committing anything else to the board until they interact with our stuff. What's going on, Ozar? Happy New Year. They must be desperate for land drops here, huh? They elected to do that instead of, Yeah, I think we're just smashing with everything here. I don't see a reason to play anything out into a Supreme Verdict. Anything other than Supreme Verdict here is good for us. Alright, kill you. Bye, Felicia. Ain't nobody need a third land. Gonna cast, cycle the card, cast a D-Sphere, died. Alright, Rabblemaster's great, Stubborn Denial's great. Scavenging Ooze is not particularly good. What are the cuts here? I think all of these 3s are good. Yeah, that's true. This isn't like a black-based control deck where they have discard spells. Getting their counter spells back isn't good. You want to cut some dorks? I feel like I want to cut, like, Bone Daddy before I cut dorks. Or, like, Lovestruck Beast. Like, turn 2 Rabblemaster, like, ruins people's day. I probably don't want to cut these if I'm boarding in Stubborn Denial, though, huh? What if I trim Brazen Borrower? I know, like, it was okay there. But, like, the upside of this card, like, against their deck when they have, like, 3 mana tap free is not great. Yeah, I think it might be Borrower. Flash is okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna cut the Bonecrusher. I've got Lovestruck Beast, Savage Knuckleblade, potentially Tireless Tracker, and Rhonas to enable Stubborn Denial. Yeah, like, turn 2 Rabblemaster. This is exactly the type of matchup you want Tracker in. Tracker is there as a way to generate card advantage. Blazer Trescanta. Deal. In. Resolves. Gosh, Rabblemaster's really good with Lovestruck Beast too, huh? That's sweet. Rabble, Gruul Embercleave's probably great in this format, huh? If I had to venture a guess, just like play 8 Dorks, Lovestruck Beast, Rabblemaster. Like curve out into Cleaves. Whoop! They had a card on top that they liked. Land. 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 Should have been more specific, chat. Should have been more specific. Yeah, they might charm Rabblemaster here. They could also be setting up for Supreme Verdict, though. I think I attack with the Rabblemaster to play into a charm. I'm going to fetch in response because I would like to recast Rabblemaster next turn. I'm going to grab our second island. They'll take 2. I'll play Lovestruck Beast here. Slide that dork right onto the top. And like, they're in a spot where like, they need to counter Rabblemaster, but like, they also need to like, beat my board. No, they charmed in response to my trigger. Like a good player, so my Stubborn Denial was not active. Yeah, they played that well. And like, even if they go land Verdict here, I just like untap Rabble, make a token, hit you. Like, Verdict's not great for us, but we're also not just out of the game. Should we play Canal over Steam Vents? Maybe. I thought about that, but like, you also want enough untapped lands to play Company consistently. I'm electing to hold up Stubborn Denial as opposed to getting in for 1 extra point of damage here, because if they play 5 mana Teferi, I would like to counterspell it. Actually, the way triggers work in Paper Magic, I believe maybe this has changed. Because Rabblemaster's trigger does not have a visual impact on the game state, you are not required to announce it until you go to deal combat damage. That's the way Prowess works as well. If that's changed in the MTR, or is that from the IPG, if that's changed the procedural rules, a judge can feel free to correct me. But when I played Tournament Magic, whatnot, forever ago, that was how that worked. So if you are the opponent and you want to explicitly respond to a trigger like that, you have to, God, that feels good. How do you like my fat, stubby D, Teferi? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The technical wording is, a trigger does not need to be announced until it becomes relevant to the board state. So yeah, so basically, if you're someone who wants to respond to this Rabblemaster trigger in paper or a prowess trigger, you need to tell your opponent, hey, I need to respond to that trigger. It's not the opponent's job to say, hey, this trigger's going on the stack. It's just assumed to have happened until you get to a point where it matters, and then it's missed. Are they dead? Is this lethal? I didn't count. They're probably pretty close to dead, right? 6. No, we're 1 off, right? They're going to 1. That's fine though. They're like pretty dead. The Brazen Borrower likely means they're dead. Dead adjacent, yeah. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up, roll it out, right. Onward, upwards, backwards, forwards. Did we have lethal without the borrower? Close. I think this is a mulligan. I don't think you keep hands on 7 that don't play something on 1. No, I cut all of the Bonecrushers instead of cutting any borrowers. Seems actually pretty good against mono red. Goes 1, 2, 3 with our 3-drop being a 5/5. This is different than the last one though, right? Like the deck I punted against was goblins. This looks like traditional mono red. Soulscar Mage is like their single best card in the matchup. It makes our giant creatures that are normally huge brick walls able to die. Ooh, that's a good one down the line though. Can let us kill their Soulscar Mage potentially. I think it's right to play Scavenging Ooze here, even though it's likely to die, just because I want to use my mana every turn. Wow, it's 1 o'clock already. I'm gonna throw some food in the microwave really quick. Well then. Yeah, I guess we just take the damage. You love my backside, don't lie. Don't lie, you love my backside. And borrowers, okay. The Soulscar Mage is troublesome. We really want to draw a red source so we can Dire Fleet Daredevil, kill the Soulscar Mage would be ideal. What am I having? Apparently I forgot to bring more noodles down to my downstairs fridge, my downstairs freezer, so I've got some cinnamon toast, like cinnamon bite things with frosting in the middle, and I've got some. Well, my bones are about to be crushed, chat. The good news is they can't do much this turn. It's incredibly healthy, Marty. Excuse me, sir. This is America. Thank you. I get to Borrower the Soulscar Mage in response to these stomps, though, which is good. If we hit a collected company or a red source here soon, we should be in a pretty okay spot. Welcome back, Anorak. I appreciate the 16 months. So, in response to this, we'll Petty Theft the Soulscar Mage, and then they'll stomp this again, making it a 3/3. Well, that went better than expected. I guess with the land it works out about the same, huh? Yeah, I had my camera while I pull my Invisalign out. I think I'm supposed to trade this here. It's just likely going to shrink again later. I just want to get my trades in while I can. That's really unfortunate. Just pass here. I guess I could play Tireless Tracker. Yeah, I'm just going to play Tracker. It's at least a body. If they're spending a card killing Tireless Tracker, they're not deploying Bonecrusher Giant for the turn at least. Well, I mean, up all night to get lucky. I have bad news, chat. My cinnamon things are freezer burned and disgusting. That's very sad. Should have eaten them sooner. Thanks, Marty. Noted. 5 lands elf incoming. Alright, Red Rover, let the red squad come over. Worth noting, they have a Bonecrusher in exile here currently, too. That's really not good. Really needed 2 chunky guys there. Nah, I don't think Dread Presence is a very competitive card. That card's likely just not good enough for this format. I go to 1 here. Yeah, even with Scape Shift. You can actually go back and look and see us play a Dread Presence Scape Shift deck on stream that we'd played in the past. It's not very good. I think similar to the Goblins deck, we just like cut these Brazen Borrowers. Dread Presence ends up just being like a bad version of Tireless Tracker a lot of the time. And like you just don't need more than 4 copies of Tireless Tracker in most mid-range decks. Yikes, our poor mana. Alright, this hand's very good. Okay, you're saying there's a chance. That's all I need, chat. All I need is a chance. As always, the question to is Jeff interested in playing X should be answered by using the form on my website. Do not say yes or no to deck lists without seeing them. Yeah, if we hit Reading lands here, we could still be in this game, especially with the 5/5. Okay, and Bonecrusher gives us a chance to kill the Soulscar Mage, so that's nice. I think this might just be the best red 1-drop in this format. I feel like. It's so powerful. It's just so very good against the types of cards that are generally good against these small red aggro decks like Lovestruck Beast. What do you think roast Lovestruck Beast smells like? Do you think it's a good smell or a bad smell? Step into my office. Okay. Could have been worse. Yep. My poor mana base. I'm gonna double check. There's 16 blue source in this deck, right? What are my non-blue lands? Yeah, there's 16 blue in this deck. So I'm fragging people who are complaining about my Tidebinder Mages. Because mathematically speaking, they're fine. Especially if you consider casting them on turns like 3, 4, 5 fine, which it is. Just like we can cast this card, we can cast this card. We also have games where like we can cast, we don't even have to cast them, we get them off of this, so they're fine. It's a good example of like being unlucky. You don't need to make changes to your deck because you were unlucky. Take a step back, look at the math, and think about what the math says. Don't look at the couple of games that you've played where you've run below average. As always, if you're not familiar with what your mana math should look like, you should type !! mana math in chat to get a link. Yeah, I was just about to say that when I finished chewing Ohio. I'm not upset to see another red deck here. Like, we've been genuinely unfortunate in the two red matches we played so far. In the first red match we played against the Goblins deck, I made a really bad block to lose the first game. Look at that. Perfect. One drop, tap land, hit you for one go. I didn't trade here because it says first strike, so we wouldn't trade. Worthy Knight's honestly a little scary because, like, our deck doesn't really have removal outside of our four Bonecrusher Giants, so like, this is just gonna sit here and generate a bunch of value for them. We've cast 2 Collected Companies, and they've both been kind of mediocre. Red-White Knights was very good for us in Historic, and the mana is much better in this format than Historic. I imagine their deck's probably pretty reasonable. Vomit. That's a heck of an upgrade. The Worthy Knight makes humans. Yeah. Oh dear. I'd ask them if they were ready to get knucked up, but I think we're the ones that might be ready to get knucked up, chat. I would play Red White Knights in this format for a normal donation. I think the white aggro decks in this format are very good. I also think they're pretty underexplored. There's a lot of different ways you could build them. Pioneer are 25 right now for XD Mana Tithe. I wonder if they're playing Brave. And like, there's Bonecrusher Giant, but at this point, I don't, yeah, the Lieutenant's gonna run us down. I think I have to start attacking. Can you alter the deck like the entire archetype or just like some cards in the main deck? Crunchy. Hey, thanks, Mana Tithe. Sounds great. I have Elf to pump both. So I'm gonna start by stomping this and see what they do. Yeah, I'm gonna lose a Knuckleblade here. I don't think it really matters. We gotta just start cleaning the board though. Oh, that's brutal. Yeah, feel free to drop me a link, Crunchy. We can make that happen. I feel like we're kind of experiencing what I felt with some other decks in this format like this. These This deck is what I would refer to as a mid-range aggressive deck. And I feel like these types of decks really struggle in this format because they fail to be both linear enough and interactive enough to really be competitive in the format, in my experience. Why did we randomly wild slash my 4/4? Just because we're attacking with everything? Is that a misclick? Maybe that was a misclick. Must have been. Ooh. That's really good. Alright, let's attack with this. Alright, let's get this down. Yeah, the ooze maybe means there's a chance. We're gonna eat something right away so it doesn't die to wild slash. There's 4 more pieces of food in the bin for this ooze. We are still behind, but not just dead anymore. Lieutenant's gonna get real big real fast, though. And I can't just trade with it in combat because they have Bodyguard on at the moment. Tireless Tracker is not very useful at this point. Is it crazy to just push this much? It shouldn't attack with this because this is first strike. They just have triple Worthy Knight, so like every spell they draw is like Fog. It's Fog, put 4 counters on their Thalia's Lieutenant. Yeah, we just don't have a recovery mechanic from here. We're just we don't have interaction. They just have actual nothing in the sideboard to bring in, unfortunately. Maybe we should have played actual red removal over this. I don't know. We only have 11 red sources in the mana base, so like hoping to cast red removal consistently is a little ambitious. Casting red removal is like harder than casting Tidebinder Mage. Thanks for the 15 months. Have your sword back, Graham. Yeah, there were Static Casters in the board, and I realize we've now played 2 matches where Static Caster are good. I don't even know if Static Caster's that good in this matchup. Like, it's good for a very small window, but like, in general, there's a lot of matches in this format where Static Casters doesn't have a text box. Am I supposed to keep this? Like, Bonecrusher Giant feels important, but like, no acceleration, no third land, double Tireless Tracker. I think I'm supposed to mulligan. I think this hand's better. We should board in Stubborn Denial to counter Worthy Knight and Inspiring Venge. I'm going to give you a 10-minute break to figure out why that doesn't work. We got you, kid. If just WD was... I think every format of Magic would be different if Stubborn Denial was a Force Spike counterspell card. I don't think that card would be legal anywhere. Happy New Year, Avatar. Okay, so I get to stomp on this. And I think just pass here. Yep. The good news is they don't have great attacks here, because if they attack with this, I get to eat it in combat. Okay, so just like trading this in to push 4 points of damage, sure. Crack this clue, tracker gets bigger. We have our Bonecrusher to kill this lieutenant. We drew another red source, we can play another Bonecrusher out here, which is really good. Yeah, Stubborn Denial counters non-creature spells. Is the issue with the suggestion that was made. As always, if you're unfamiliar with the card in our deck list, the deck list is available to you via the Stream Decker widget. You can still type !deck in chat to get a direct link to the deck list. So, this is a game where we saw a couple of removal spells. They stumbled a little bit and it feels okay, but we only have 4 removal in our deck, so we're frequently not going to see that much removal. History lesson. It's a little scary. Rhonas should do a lot of work here in a second. I'm going to go ahead and trade this off. They'll make this a 3-3. And then Tracker gets bigger and Rhonas comes down. Also have both of these in exile still. I'm going to start by attacking with Tireless Tracker, because if they block, I get to eat their thing. So get a free 4 points of damage. I'm going to go ahead and play Rhonas, play Lovestruck Beast. We can reasonably overload Mizzium Mortars. Yeah, I think if we wanted to play red removal on the board, we could adjust the mana accordingly for that. Second history lesson. It's pretty scary. This gives Trample though, right? If I attack with both of these, they're like obligated to block some of these things, right? What happens if I attack with everything? Do they have to block 2 things? I think they have to block 2 things, right? Does that make shipping here good? That they like block just this, they die here? Yeah. I think I just let this happen and then plan to deploy more threats here. Correct, Mage. As always, deck list is up on the Stream Decker page. Do you have enough mana to double activate Rhonas? Oh, is that lethal? Was double activate lethal? I didn't count. Yeah, it totally was. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's gonna matter, isn't it? That's gonna matter. Tilt. Are these not humans? These aren't humans, huh? Probably doesn't matter then. Yeah. Didn't matter. Got him. Did anyways. Alright, now we gotta try and win on the draw. I think if we can see two Bonecrushers in a game that we draw naturally and get to stomp with, we're okay, but... like, can I keep this? I feel like I'm supposed to. But, like, I feel like there's a good chance that, like, without Bonecrusher Giant, their linear game plan is just way better than ours. They don't have a 1-drop. That's so good for us. We drew Bonecrusher 6, so now I just need to draw Red Source. Not bad. That's scary. Okay. Do I just kill this one? I think I just killed that one, right? Pretty sure that one's gotta go. Sometimes you run good, chat. So next turn we can go Heart's Desire, 5/5. Brazen Borrower kicks night tokens out too, which is great. Okay. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. Take my hand. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. So I got bad news for you, Volbeat. You were actually already at 11 timeouts. That was timeout number 12. Not to make you too sad, but alright, I think I just do this, play this tapped, and then plan to Brazen Borrower a night token next turn. Do I want to attack? Nah, probably not. I think we probably just like sit on a gummed up board and then like kill them with Brazen Borrower in the air. Yeah, mods can see timeout counts. It's been a good set so far today, Bushoes. Well, if you ignore the modern we played this morning, it's been a good set. Wow, the attack with the Inspiring Veterans is real good for us. Alright, so I think my game plan here changes. I think we go block, chump one of these, bounce this, and then we eat this one. And then I like keep both of these. Like, they keep this, but I keep this. I think that's a fair trade. Oh, they made this one indestructible. Awkward. Huh? The problem is they gave the attack to the other one, so if I bounce this one, my Lovestruck trades. So I think the line, since they indestructible this, was trade here, eat here, bounce this then. Yeah, I think that's the play. Opponent sequence this well, where they put their bodyguard and where they put their pump. So I think we're a little bit ahead at the moment, but not a lot. This is definitely a game that can swing either way depending on how both players top deck. You think I'm okay trading this for both of these? I don't know that I am. I guess keeping their board small is an advantage if they hit what's it called? Lieutenant? Yeah, but our board like stops being better than theirs if I lose my 5/5, right? Awkward Mana Tithe. You can always type exclamation point record in chat to find the current record for the deck we're playing. I'm not gonna attack with Knuckleblade anyways. So I think I'm just gonna pass here. Oh, I could hit Tracker. Yeah, that's true. Should definitely hold the land. Now I'm gonna attack with Lovestruck Beast though. Wow. Yeah, deal. Go. That's bold. Alright, so if we hit another Borrower, they're dead here. Red Rover, let the Knights come on over. Survey says. I got you, Orgy. Alright, we're 2-0. I need to run to the restroom and brush my teeth so I can put my Invisalign back in since I just ate lunch. I'll be back in about a minute. We're going to play the last match with this, and then we're going to roll on into some standard on Arena. Thanks for hanging out today, folks. Don't go anywhere. Most of you hung out. Thanks for sticking around, folks. Wrap on in here and see if we can burrito another league. A good set for Pioneer Day. Bunch of 3-2s and a 4-1. Hey, Emmanuel Tapper. Thank you for the biddies. I would love to get Banned Elementals bumped up. Remember, folks, we got 2 more days in the Streamathon. Tomorrow and Friday. I'm going to be live all day as well. Don't go anywhere. We still got plenty more coming up today. I think I have to mulligan this just because of the colors of my mana. Our basic land just been glued to our opener. It's been real awkward. Yeah, this is fine. Not amazing, but fine. I'm going to bottom a tracker here. We'll get to go Elf on 1 into Elf, Heart's Desire, tapped land on 2. Nothing too wild over there. Want the next badge? 2, you should put a version of Is It in Soul artifact in the queue. Will do, Marty. Thank you. You're absurd. Happy New Year. Wood Weaver's Puzzle Knot. Okay. So looking to run them down here. Puzzle Knot usually means something marvelous. So our Stubs and Disdainful Strokes are going to come in here. Probably Goblin Rabblemaster too, depending on how many blockers they have. Yep, this is a beep beep go fast matchup for sure. So when we're Scavenging Ooze and probably the 2-1 are gonna come out. New mini badge. All right, I think I want to just play Scoose here and attack. Hopefully when they spin next turn, it's not going to be to win. If they brick, they die, right? 10, 13, 14, 10, 12, 14, 16. All right, if they brick, they lose. That was a great draw. Yeah, they must not have Ugin in their deck, right? If they had Ugin, they would have spun on their turn. Ulamog and Emmerk will prevent them from dying, but any creature and they'd still be dead. Nice deck. What a sweet Magic deck they had, chat. That was weird. All right, what do we think of this? Actually, Borrower is probably better than Tracker, huh? I don't think Tracker is very good here. Would I rather have Rabble than Borrower? Probably. Yep. Okay, let's do it. You think we want Rhonas? Why? I guess he's fine. He's a 5/5 for 3. He enables Stub. Sure. They're like never interacting with their other stuff. Vroom, vroom, vroom. So we get to go turn 2 Knuckleblade, turn 3 Knuckleblade with haste attack for 8. Wow, that's rude. Wow, that's rude. Green source. Okay. Alright, I'm in for a soft stub. I think I'm just supposed to pass here, right? Disallow? Huh? Sure, you would disallow. I don't know. Maybe it was right to soft stub the first disallow just to get pressure into play. Yeah. Feels bad, man. Weird that they're not playing Ugin. That's so strange. I'll take it, I guess, but... And we know they're not playing Ugin because Ugin's a planeswalker. Nah, I really don't keep up on spoilers, Drum Freak. I'm going to sit down on Friday and go through all the spoilers Friday night and write my first take at a preview article. Or first take at an early thoughts article, but... This week especially, I'm mostly just like trying to stay afloat. Whirler Virtuoso is beatable, for sure. Would love to draw a Rec Sage at this point. Rec Sage would take Aetherworks Marvel off the table. Yeah, that doesn't really do anything that I care about. Hard to say if it was right or wrong at the time, but we definitely would have been better off here had I used this stub on their disallow. That's a good one. Coffees for closers. Rhonas is about to get himself a cup of joe. Yeah, I assumed that they were playing like Rogue Refiners and stuff. Rogue Refiners and Servant of the Conduits, and they definitely are more controlling, I agree. Very possible we want to go back to the drawing board with how we sideboard if we lose this. We can counter non-creature spells that Marvel finds, that is correct. Can also counter Woodweaver's Puzzle Knot if they draw that. How do you think my opponent feels about our fat stubby D, chat? Outside of them finding a creature that lets them... Outside of them finding a creature that lets them spin Marvel, we should be good here. They need to, like, find a creature that lets them spin Marvel or, like, another Aether Hub, and then also have to hit a non-creature spell. Or a creature spell. So if they, like, find an Ulamog here, they could get us, but outside of that, they should just be dead. And, like, anything they play that makes energy, we just get to stub. I have one card left, so should hit that 3-2. Sick. You know, worked out. And again, this is why I often say don't super focus on the results, because they really don't matter. The first match we lost, I made a really bad block that put us really far behind, because I had a mental flub while calculating some things, and the other match against the red deck, we got pretty medium unlucky, yeah. As far as thoughts on this, I'm gonna break your heart, Ohio. This card's not good. I get that it's probably cute against Thoughtseize decks, and like maybe if you want to put some in the sideboard to be cute against Thoughtseize decks, that's fine. But this was super mediocre. The rest of the core seems fine. Rhonas was really good every time we found it. I could see playing a second copy of this, especially with Collected Company giving you a lot of access to it. So like off the cuff, I'd probably play a second Rhonas and a third Scavenging Ooze over these dire fleets. As far as the sideboard goes, maybe it's worth considering cutting a blue source or two to play more red, and then cut these Tidebinder Mages and play like Mizzium Mortars and stuff like that in the sideboard. For those that aren't familiar with Magic Online, the difference between going 3-2 and 2-3 in a league is $7. But Magic Online's not online gambling. So $7 is approximately the cost of a Chipotle burrito. So it's like one burrito's worth of prices between the difference in those records. The 2-3 versus 3-2 match is referred to casually around here as the burrito match. All right, what are we doing? We're going to roll on into some standard on Arena. Let's go ahead and dive on into that. I'm going to hit a quick ad roll while we get set up. Thanks for hanging out today, folks. Don't go anywhere. And if you're just here for the Pioneer, we'll be back with more of that tomorrow morning. Have a good one. See you in a few. No worries, Ohio. Thanks for